Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this morning what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be finishing up drying out a river and working a little more on my sorter. So I don't really remember where we left off when I streamed last time. I do know that I had finished this cocoa bean farm. I think most everything is still, I think most everything is the same. I think really all I've done is work on this squid farm. So this is my squid farm here. This is actually designed by somebody called Almond Goo. Basically it's just a very simple squid farm design. These are all hoppers under here. I'm wearing my elytra. Okay. And once I finish drying out the river, it should run really well. Just in the time I've been spending drying out the river, I already have several stacks of ink sacs. I also have some salmon and some bone meal from salmon. So the more I dry out the river, the more they're only going to spawn in here. But I do have a couple of problems with drying out the river, and you'll see that here in just a minute. But for the time being, let me see. There we go. For the time being, I have dried out a considerable amount of the river. Oh, pig. Come here, food. I have dried out a considerable amount of the river. And I am doing this to 128 blocks out from the center of the farm. So this is my despawn sphere. This is going to be the red stuff that you see. This is my despawn sphere. So I am drying out all of the river within it, within this despawn sphere. I went a little outside of it here because for some reason I didn't follow the actual sphere when I put the put the edge, but it's fine. And then as you can see, there is actually still some water down at the very bottom and then over in this area. But if you notice, the biome shows this is a taiga biome, and this is just an escapee, by the way. And that squid didn't actually spawn in there. It was when I was drying this out, he got through the water down there at the bottom. But there is actually no way that they're going to spawn in the water here, so I can leave that. I'm just drying out anything that has the biome river. Like this had the biome river, as you can see in the upper left hand corner. This had the biome river, but only down to a certain level. I mean, it'll say river the whole way down, but the river mobs will only spawn to a point. So what we're worried about is the salmon and squid mobs. They do spawn in the river biome only. But I can't hear the game. Hold on. I think I turned it. No, maybe I didn't. Okay. But they spawn only in the river biome and only to a certain Y level. So this right here, the spawning goes down to, I want to say Y46. You see there's a salmon that just spawned right there. But it only goes down, the spawning area only goes down to Y46, which is, I believe, the lowest that squid will spawn. Meanwhile, this right here, this is river, this little area right here. This is river over here. I have so much river, it's ridiculous. But this over here, which I dried out this part here, but this over here, this is taiga. So there's nothing that's going to spawn here. I don't need to worry about it. I'm just going to leave it as a little water source for now. Let me just, there we go. So this is all river too. Almost all of this is river. There's some areas that are taiga, but the large part of it is river. I'm starting all the way over there on the other side. You can see my little barrier right there. That's where I'm starting at. I'm starting over there and working my way back over here. But I need to dry up my sponges real quick so I can go back to drying. And this is a basalt delta, but as you can see, I kind of foolproofed it. I just missed a little over here. But I love this mechanic. It saves so much fuel and time. I just need to go repair my hoe. And honestly, I need to go mining for more netherite because I have full armor in netherite, but then I only have like 2 things in netherite. I have like 1 pick and then my sword is netherite. So I need to do my other pick, my shovels, my 2 axes, and my hoe. That's a lot of ingots. And this is where I left off. I'm probably not sponging the best way. I probably should have made this smaller now I'm thinking about it. But that's okay. But this red is just getting to me, so that's why I had this turned off. The view turned off. But ugh, I hate the sponge noises. Why did Mojang have to change it? But yeah, I'm just gonna be doing this for the rest of my life apparently. I really think I should have made this smaller. And goodness knows I have enough dirt. I have so much dirt. Let's just make this smaller. Because I don't want to be here for an hour just draining this one section. Let me just make this smaller real quick. I may actually have to go get more dirt. If I go dry out my sponges, I need to get more dirt. Man. Okay, that should fix my problem. And yes, it did. Much better. And last one probably. Yeah, last one. Okay, so that's one section done. See, it should be. Oh, they're on the other side. Okay. Goodness. I have 32 sponges. I was checking to make sure that I had picked up 32. Let's see. Coming out of the water source there. It's very rare for me to actually lose a sponge. And watch, I'm probably going to do it on stream now because I said something. But it's actually kind of rare for me to lose a sponge because I keep track of them so closely. And there's 32. Alright, so let's go dry out our sponge. And then I need to grab some more dirt. And by the way, this is why I was saying it's going to be very difficult. I have an entire flooded cave. A huge flooded cave system all underneath my base and the squid farm. And it's... I'm not even going to try to dry all that out. Because like I said, the mobs that I have to worry about that have their own cap is going to be the squid, the regular squid, not glow squid. Squid and salmon are the aquatic mob caps for river. They have their own mob cap, so it doesn't matter what else spawns where else. But as long as within 128 blocks, nothing else spawns that's an aquatic mob. We're good. As long as that happens, we're good. Oh, let me... empty shulker in there, and then... dirt's over here. Just grab one of these dirt shulkers. And then back over to my portal so I can go through and dry out my sponges. So, a while back, as some of you may or may not know, I spent a lot of time streaming on Twitch at one point before I moved to YouTube. Which moving to YouTube was actually probably the best option for me. But when I was on Twitch, I would constantly get stream sniped. Like, all the time. It's ridiculous. These people just have nothing better to do, I guess. But, anyway, I would get stream sniped, and I remember this one person told me, this one time, I had auto jump turned on. Because I guess he was watching, he or she, I'm assuming he. But I guess because they were watching how I was jumping and kept insisting that I must have auto jump turned on. Now, the only thing I can figure as to why they would even think that is because I just jump better than they do. That's the only thing I can figure. But, well, there's two reasons I can think of. So, if you've watched me for a while, you probably have noticed that when I run, I also jump. Like, I hold jump down while I run. I don't know if it's the case. It's always felt like I run faster when I jump as I run. I don't know if that's actually the case. I have seen where some people had said that Dream, the YouTuber Dream, I have seen where some people said that he jumps as he runs and he claims it's faster. I mean, I have watched some of his videos. I think all of us have at some point. Like anybody that watches any Minecraft videos has watched Dream at some point. But I was jumping while running long before I ever knew who he was. Because it's just always felt faster. Or at least to me it has. But then also, whenever I'm like going up hills or whatever, yeah, I hit jump at the exact moment that I need to jump. I don't hit it early, I don't hit it late, I hit it when I need to jump. And I guess it kind of looks like I might have auto jump on, I don't know. But I absolutely do not. I can't wait for the next Fears to Fathom to come out. I can't wait. I can't say there's too many games that I'm excited for, like a next installment to come out or an update to come out. I think that's pretty much just limited to like Minecraft and Fears to Fathom. Oh my gosh, this is so much further than I intended it to be. But it's fine, it's narrow. I guess I'll just cut it here. I hate how large this area is because I have to section it out. But anyway, I can't really say there's too many games that I'm actually excited for any updates or new installments to come out on. Like I used to play The Sims 4 all the time, like almost religiously. But I can't ever say I was really excited for like the new stuff. Like I would want the new stuff, but at the same time I'd be like, I'm just getting used to the old stuff. And why do we need to have winter wear again? And thermostats in the house? I mean, where's the air conditioning unit at? It doesn't exist. But I mean, with Minecraft, I'm usually excited for the next update because I like new things to explore in the game, and whenever they add new things, I love that it doesn't really detract from the original too much. Like, I know there's a lot of OGs, right? Like, I've seen where OGs were talking, and they're like, hey, this particular thing, this new in Minecraft, because it completely changed everything. Okay. Well, you know what? I think it improved. There's more now. The game doesn't run worse or better. There's literally no change in how the game runs. So yeah, I don't see it. So, but I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinions, and I get that. I respect that. But I don't understand complaining about it so much when it wasn't your decision. You had nothing to do with it, and then the new people are just loving it. I mean, you're just taking away fun at that point. Where's my other sponge? There it is. And it doesn't make any sense at that point either. Come on. I mean, they added the Pale Garden biome. That is not a detractor for Minecraft. Yes, they have added a lot of new creatures. Some hostile, some not. They updated the pig and cows. They optimized sheep spawning. They did all of that stuff, and I think that actually adds to the game. It makes it more realistic. And I understand that a large appeal to some people of Minecraft is that the game is not realistic. But saying that is also not acknowledging the fact that Minecraft the developers of Minecraft added in endangered species. So it's not realistic. Okay, well, they added in endangered tropical fish. They've added in axolotls, which I believe they're also endangered or rare or whatever. They added all of this in recognition of these animals, but you want something that's not realistic. Well, Mojang already had you beat because they've been in the game for many updates at this point. But anyway, like I was originally saying, there's not too many updates that I'm actually excited for or look forward to. Minecraft is one, but Fears of Fathom is the only other one. I take that back. It's not the only other one, but it's the one that I think the most about. The only other game that I look forward to installments for is actually Subnautica. Now, mind you, the original base game came out a long time ago. I'll say a long time ago. It's been just a few years, probably. I don't remember. But I really enjoyed the first game. I think I've said it before, both on stream and through my personal playthrough, I have not actually finished the game. I have not actually finished the game. So, but I have watched other people play the game, mainly Jacksepticeye. I have watched some others too, but Jacksepticeye is by far my favorite one to watch play the game. But like I was saying, I have seen other people play the game, so I do know how it ends. I know a lot of little things about it, how to do certain things from watching these playthroughs. I just haven't done it myself. Mainly because I keep getting lost and frustrated, and I don't like being lost and frustrated. But I've also been watching as other installments of the game has come out. So I saw when Below Zero came out. I watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough of Below Zero. I also see where Subnautica 2 is coming out. I don't remember when. It may already be out. I don't know, but I haven't seen him post any of those videos on his channel, so maybe not. But so the base game, the first game, Subnautica, just the first one, it was really good. Like, they outdid themselves on that game. It was just amazing. However, Below Zero comes out. It's also good. What? Oh, hi. It was good. It was good. It had a good story to it. Graphics, really good. I love that they added these new vehicles, new areas to explore. Really cool. Really cool. But there was something about it that I just did not like as much as the original game, the first game. I understand that this was literally to build on game one. It wasn't intended to be better or worse. It was intended to be its own thing. And that's great. I love it. I respect it. But it just wasn't as good. Because there was something that was in the first game that just felt like it was, I don't want to say missing in the second game. I don't know to say that it felt like it was missing. I don't know to say that it felt like it was cliche. I don't know, but there was just something that made it not as good. It was good, just not as good. Do you know what I mean? Wait. But yeah, so I'm almost hesitant to say I'm looking forward to Subnautica 2 coming out. I'm almost hesitant to say that. It's like I said, Below Zero just wasn't as good. You guys are holding a little meeting over here. Can I join? No? Okay. You're in the way. Move. No, as far as Minecraft goes, though, the only time I can really say that I'm upset if they change something is when they rename things. But only when it doesn't really make sense to rename it. But they rename it anyway. That's the only time that I get upset with Minecraft. Whee! There we go. Another section done. I need to go repair my hoe before it breaks. Not that I don't have the diamonds to make another one if it does. That's another thing, though. I was talking to someone recently, and they had mentioned that they don't understand the point of diamond armor anymore. And I have to say, it has actually gotten to the point where it really doesn't make sense when you think about it in Minecraft anymore, because originally diamond armor was something that was like top tier. It was kind of difficult to get, not extremely so, but kind of difficult to get simply because diamonds were hard to come by. And it was the top tier best armor of the game. There wasn't any way to easily defeat diamond armor, because there wasn't anything super powerful in the game. Like, the most powerful you could get was a diamond sword. That was the most powerful you could get. You couldn't defeat armor. There were no mobs that were stronger than diamond armor. Not really. Not mobs that you would normally come across anyway. And then they go and they added... Make that the corner. So then they go and they add the deeper layers. They added the deep dark, but they added it in stages. First, they made the deeper layers. So you go below Y0. It just was all deep slate once you got past Y0. But it would be mixed in at like starting at like Y5. So in place of bedrock, you would start hitting deep slate. and it included all areas that you had previously explored. They updated everything. And this was after they had added netherite. So they added netherite, which made top tier armor so hard to get, because first you could only dig down to like Y1 to find diamonds, and diamonds only started appearing starting at like Y16, I think. Y15. So you would go mining at like Y11 or Y10 Y11 to avoid lava lakes, but you would have to go mining, and you would have to spend a lot of time in a lot of different areas because there wasn't like diamonds everywhere. You actually had to put in time and effort to get the diamonds. And then they come in, they add, oh, now you can go below Y0, below Y0, there's just deep slate right now. Oh, never mind, here's a lot of diamonds. And you can actually find them in caves when you go, because Caves and Cliffs update. You get a lot of really deep, huge caves and caverns and all that stuff. So now, diamonds are less rare, much easier to come by. They recently changed some of the spawning, I think. So now it's so now it's a little harder to find them. They don't spawn as much. There's not as many exposed diamonds that spawn. But still, starting at like Y15, Y16, I don't remember. You can start mining for diamonds. You can literally mine out an entire chunk all the way down to negative Y64 or Y negative 64. And the whole time, yeah, I mean, diamonds are distributed a little bit differently. The more prevalent in deep slate, which means if you like let's just say you had an old diamond mine, you still have the same world. I don't understand why you would have the same world at this point, because you're missing out on so much. Cherry blossoms, pale gardens. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, you have the same world and you just updated it. Well, you come across your old diamond mine at like Y11. Actually, no, that would not work. Now that I'm thinking about it, that would not work. But anyway, if you were to start mining at like Y11 and then mine like normal diamond mine used to be, and you just start mining down, and you mine down to Y64, Y negative 64, excuse me, you're gonna come across so many more diamonds. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, they're more prevalent, they're easier to find. I've been on a server with someone that after that, in like 3 hours, they had full diamond armor. Actually, less than that. Full diamond armor in 3 hours. I don't think that technically was possible before the Caves and Cliffs update, the Deep Dark update. I don't think that was possible originally in Minecraft. Like, on the first day, maybe 6 hours in, they had full netherite. Again, I don't really know how, but they did. But yeah, okay, that's right. But still, I mean, and then when you think about diamond armor, there's so many ways you can defeat diamond armor. You have a netherite sword, which is better than a diamond sword. It has more damage, does more damage. And then now they've added the mace. Next update, they're adding the spear. And then there's also the Warden, which that hostile mob when it spawns is a one-hit death, even with full netherite. You might as well walk down there, wander into a deep dark with no armor on, for all the good it does you. So if you have anything less than netherite, stay out of caves at this point. Unless you don't mind dying 100,000 times. Because you never know if you're going to come across a deep dark. I mean, they generally spawn under mountain areas, so. And that's another thing. The spawning in Minecraft has turned predictable. So, I mean, the diamonds are less predictable. I mean, you can no longer go into a river, look for a patch of diamond-shaped clay, dig down to, what is it? Like, dig down, like, 10, 15 blocks, go to the right 2, and there's your diamond block, or whatever it was, I forget. They fixed that. That's no longer a hack to finding diamonds, which is a really good thing. At least in my opinion. Because that was way too powerful. And that didn't even touch the water. But they've also become a little more predictable. Not diamonds, but just like other things. So, like, a pale garden always spawns in a pale oak biome. I mean, a dark oak biome, excuse me. Because the pale garden is the pale oak biome. Instead of random, it always spawns there. Which, I mean, I understand, because it is technically a variant of dark oak. Makes sense. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that spawning pattern. In fact, it makes it easier to find, because it makes sense. Cherry blossom biomes are always going to spawn high up. So like if you RTP or wild to a biome with mountains, well, you're pretty much going to find a meadow. You're going to find... Also, that didn't make any sense to me when they changed it to meadow, but that's okay. You're going to find a meadow. You're going to find cherry blossom biome. You're going to find a grove. You're going to find some type of snowy biome. It's pretty much guaranteed in the higher altitudes. I just walked right past it. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But it just seems a little odd to me that a deep dark is always under a mountain area. Like, you can literally go to any tall mountain or cliff area. Especially snowy mountains. Like, snowy mountains are more likely to spawn the ancient cities. So just go to a really tall snowy mountain, like maybe Snowy Peaks or Icy Peaks, Frozen Peaks, whatever it's called. I think it's Frozen Peaks. Just go down and just like dig straight down. You're not even going to fall into lava at this point. You may just fall into an ancient city. Like, it is that predictable. I mean, in a way it's good, because then it makes it a little easier on the player to find that music disc in that ancient city, because there's going to be stuff in there like armor trims and all that kind of stuff, and those lootable chests. And it's also a challenge to not spawn the Warden, Doesn't take as much as I thought it would. But it's just predictable now. Like, I couldn't tell you where what biome would spawn in because it was heavily dependent on the seed. But despite the seed, I know where certain things are going to spawn. It's just, yeah. You know, I just thought about it. I haven't actually checked on my chest with melons. I did not want to do that. I haven't actually checked on my melon chest and my sorter in a while. It just dawned on me that I haven't. It is probably overflowing. I probably have a whole new melon chest at the end of my sorter at this point. Now I'm starting to wonder, did I ever actually put a chest for, or a place for ink sacs in my sorter? I don't know that I did. Hmm. I just see a bunch of flowers over here. I'm just gonna go see. Is it just part of the forest, or is it something else? I haven't really... Like, I've been over to this area. No, it's just forest. Alrighty then. Like, I've been over here, because this is where I got my horse. But... where am I going? Right, this way. But I just didn't remember seeing flowers there. So that was a little odd. Do, 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 do. Boop. Okay. Now... Wait. I have dry sponges. This is not where I need to be yet. I was coming back to go look in my sorter. I was not coming back to dry out sponges because I have dry sponges. And I was coming back to sleep. Okay. Well, let me also check on this. Yep, overflowed. Moss plugs, clay, amethyst. Why is that there? I don't know. My carrots overflowed. My carrots are overflowing, as are my potatoes. Oh my goodness, it's a wonder I haven't broken this thing yet. Ah! Okay. Well, let me go and trade with villagers. Let me just... Let me just dump this all in here for now. Don't really have any empty shulkers. I'll take this out and just dump it in here. So it gives me 2 empty ones. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. And let me grab some empty ones. I'm just going to use the plain ones for now. Oh, and this one. And let's turn them all into melons. Grab my melon shulker. And I can't believe I actually forgot about my farms. Like, I actually forgot. So many melons. I'm not going to be able to trade them all. But it's my fault. I just had to have a melon farm and a pumpkin farm. And oh my goodness, I bet you my pumpkins are almost full too. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay, so I guess the key to getting pumpkins is actually getting the pumpkins. That's the key to it. And then put this back here. And then we'll just start from the bottom. And then we'll just put those back for now. And then, goodness me. Shulker of carrots. And then a second shulker of carrots. And then potatoes. And grab the potatoes that's back here. And shulkers. And second one of potatoes. I mean, worst comes to worst, we're just going to stick this in the composter. Okay, so let's do the melons first. Okay, I just love that when I hold melons, they will hold up the emeralds and let me know which ones take what. Let's do that. Okay. Repair my pick while I'm at it. I think they all will trade melons. I'm trying to remember to not actually punch them by mistake. I gotta remember right click only. Don't left click. And just like that, my pick is almost fully repaired. Oh, you're one of those. Okay. Almost completely got rid of my melons. That's great. I think you guys down here probably reset. You have. Alright, and then I'm just going to go stick the rest of these in the composter because I don't need them. And let's clear out these emeralds. 22 emerald blocks just from that. Goodness. Okay, let's get on some pumpkins. Okay. I don't have too many that will trade. Why is nobody holding up emeralds? Ah, you're holding up an emerald. I think it's because they're talking to each other. There we go. But I know some of you guys will take it. Yeah. Look at me. Look at me when I'm trying to trade with you. Trade it with you. You will sell pumpkin pie, but you will not sell. I mean, you will not trade for pumpkins. You are a disappointment. Okay, well, I think that's all of them. I'll trade for them. I'm just gonna stick the rest of these in the composter. I need the compost, first of all. Second of all, I'm not really going to do anything with that many pumpkins. They're good for compost, they're good for trading. That's it. Let's see. I got carrots. I need one empty slot for emeralds. So I can continuously trade. I just need to get rid of the carrots. Whatever I have left, I'm going to go compost. Usually I can do a whole shulker of carrots. I really need to hang signs over these guys telling me who trades what. It would save so much time. I may do that once I finish building the actual bones of the trading hall. Okay, I think you're potatoes. Yeah. Yeah, I need all the bone meal I can get because I actually do plan on turning it into bone blocks and using that to build some of the parts of the trading hall. Like I have like the white terracotta on here that I'm using, but I don't know. Or beetroot. Just a ridiculous trade, if you ask me. But I have beetroot. I just have to manually harvest it. Same with wheat, actually. There's the potatoes. Doesn't get me very many emeralds trading potatoes and carrots as it does trading pumpkins and melons. But, I mean, it's just a way to get rid of crops and get a few extra emeralds, so it's all good. You're carrots. I know that you're a carrot. You are potato. And it's a really good way to repair tools too. And just get levels. Still not a bad haul. There we go. And it'll just keep on working away. Sometimes I wonder if I should add a second chest onto it. Just to increase the storage, so that way I can just come in here, take all the carrots and potatoes and pumpkins and melons and go stick it up there. I don't know if that'll be worth it. I don't know. Well, let me put my melon box back in here. Melon shulker. I need to name it melon. Melon box. And then let me just get all the potatoes. And then I need to go fix my sorter. I really did not envision me fixing my sorter as something we were going to do today, but it is what it is. Okay. So now, let's come down here. Right. Let's break in, apparently. Alright. So how far... Oh, goodness. How far is this backed up? It is backed up pretty far. I had to know and come all the way to the top. Okay. How far is this backed up? Not here. It's backed up to here. Okay. Okay, so now let's go back down. Let's go back down and finish getting everything out of it. So much melon. Get that. No. We're doing that. Melons, if I remember right, compost better than melon slices for some reason. Okay. There we go. Take the carrots. There we go. And I don't have hoppers. Let me see. Oh, I just hit my microphone. Sorry about that. Do I have hoppers making my redstone? Of course not. And of course I don't have chests in here. Alright then. So let me go empty out some of my inventory. And some of this. A whole stack of bone blocks right there. So much. Actually, you know what? Let me go make some hoppers now. That's... I don't need to make too many. Yeah, let's do 2. And then... yeah, let's use the dirt because I need something to stand on. Let's go up, up, up. Okay. So, boop and boop. Then, nice. Okay. I'm going to take chest here, or double chest, and then double chest. Oh, no. I don't know why I did that. And no, we cannot compost a chest. Oh, oops. Really? I'm dumb. Okay. That's why. Then here. Nice. Okay. Let's just dump that in there for now. And then start loading this up. Really, I just need to add more composters if I'm going to be putting in this much stuff all the time. Just make this a whole composting operation. Oh my goodness. Put it in here. Oh. There we go. Well, that's all my stuff for now. It's gonna need a while. That I don't think is river, so that doesn't really matter. Those either. That Shouldn't be river over there either. That is probably river up there. But it's not going to affect me. Okay, let me actually go get what I need. Okay, so let's see. We're going to put the chest back in here. I'm going to be lazy about this and do it this way. And then we're going to go put these back in here. I still have 3 carrots in there. Okay. My goodness. So many more carrots than I thought I did. And then let's just organize these. There we go. And let's just go plop these carrots into the composter. And then we get back to our regularly scheduled programming. Now let's do it this way. And then get that. Oh, I should have fixed that while trading. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Whee! I think that should... Now, let's go at least to right here, I think. I'm probably making some of these smaller than it needs to be. But I'm fine with that, because if it's too large, it's just not going to work. Really? Okay. Okay. Sometimes I hate placing dirt blocks. There's 10. That's 31, not 32. There we go. And let's go dry it. And then I probably ought to go repair. I really need to make a blaze farm. Not just because I need the drops, but also it makes more XP than the spider farm. And I could use the XP. I just walked on the campfire. I don't know why I did that. Well, I think I'm going to just go ahead and leave this episode here because it's just going to be a lot more of the same. It's just going to be me drying out the river, drying out everything in existence, apparently, just to make this farm work. And then just waiting around for this composter to finally finish composting so I can get the bone blocks. And then I plan on, maybe not today, I might actually wait until next stream, honestly. I'm going to start enclosing this and working on a second floor. I don't have many more villagers that I need to put in for the first floor. I think there's only 5. Yeah, I'll need to put 5 more in to complete the first floor. As you can see, I'm already starting to vary their trades. So got the librarians, have the cartographers, Fletchers, masons. I'm going to add in a second floor. I'm going to probably do another varied arm on that side. And then another arm of just these guys, farmers. And then I'll probably just do like a solid arm of something on this side. But that is a project for another day. I need to also check my sugarcane now that I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Let me check my sugarcane because I might be overflowing. I'm not overflowing. That is incredible. Okay. I'll take it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my stream today. Or watching the recorded stream later. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.